what's going on, everybody? It's Space Cowboy here. Welcome back to the channel, and today we have some interesting news to talk about out of Rookie Mini-Camp, and that is the guy that's making heads turn, Jake Ferguson, the tight end out of Wisconsin, who the Cowboys selected with their 4th-round pick this year. Now, when it comes down to this whole Rookie Mini-Camp, there usually is a name or two that people say, hey, these guys are standing out, and, you know, it's something to keep an eye out on when we go into the OTAs, training camp, in the preseason, because if things go their way, they could be in a position to have some form of an impact, or the Cowboys might end up giving them a role that's a lot higher than we thought. Now, before we go any further, if you guys could do me a favor and like the video, it doesn't take too long to do, and it helps to do better in YouTube's algorithm, so that's greatly appreciated if you do that. On top of that, if you haven't done so already, please make sure to subscribe if you're new here to receive more Dallas Cowboys content when it comes out. We're close to 8,000 subscribers, so by subscribing, that would be awesome and greatly appreciated as well. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on content when it drops. So to start things off, Jake Ferguson is the Blake Jarwin replacement to some because of the fact that, hey, the Cowboys let go of Blake Jarwin. You have 2 other guys on 1-year deals in Sean McEwen and Jeremy Sprinkle. You have Ian Bunting in there. But let's just be honest with ourselves. We have to look at Dalton Schultz. What is the Cowboys' game plan? You franchise tagged him. You have not signed him yet. You know, what are you going to do there? Is there a possibility that he plays on the tag and then Jake Ferguson becomes the starter? That's what I'm kind of starting to think, because I've said and gone on the record that Dalton Schultz, you can replace him, okay? Jake Ferguson is one of those guys that you can replace Dalton Schultz with. Because if you want to bring back Dalton Schultz, you're going to have to pay him between $11 to $13 million, and especially if he decides to sign the tag and decides to bet on himself and he has another good year, now you're like, okay, you're probably looking at $15 million or more. And for me, I don't believe that Dalton Schultz commands that type of money from the Cowboys, that is, especially considering the fact that you had a tight end class that's very deep, and the Cowboys got one of those tight ends that can replicate Dalton Schultz's production. For me, it goes to any other position group. You pay a guy that money if he's top 5 or you know that he's going to be a key focal point of your offense. But when you look at how the Cowboys have built their team, it's more so this committee crap where they spread the ball around. And considering that CeeDee Lamb is going to be up for an extension next year, considering you just gave Michael Gallup that money, considering you just drafted a wide receiver and you signed one in free agency, albeit a backup or a wide receiver 3 or 2, it doesn't make sense to sign Dalton Schultz to that type of money. You know, he's not a George Kittle. He's not a Travis Kelce. He's not a Darren Waller. And, you know, that's no slight to Dalton Schultz. It's just, that's the truth. It's the honest-to-God truth of the matter. And Jake Ferguson has the mold Dallas is looking for. He's cheaper. We got to remember that. We got to remember who's running the team, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen Jones would love to save money. And there's another guy that we're going to talk about later down the road that he name-dropped about how much money they're making. You probably know who I'm referring to, but we'll get to that in another video. But that's where Jake Ferguson's going to come in. I believe Jake Ferguson is going to be your starter in 2023. I fully believe that, especially if Dalton Schultz signs the tag and doesn't get a long-term deal. We got to prepare ourselves for that. And the Cowboys have every right to, you know, let him go. I just don't see a reason for why we franchise tag Dalton Schultz in a year where you could have, like, honestly, you could have let Dalton Schultz walk. You could have paid one of your other guys and, you know, let Jake Ferguson be your starter. Let's just be honest there. And I'm not saying Ferguson's going to be an immediate impact guy, but he's a guy that, you know, if he has the chance, he's going to have some decent production. But that's all you got to have with a tight end group. Unless he's a difference maker, which I don't think Dalton Schultz is a difference maker. I don't think Jake Ferguson's going to be a difference maker. Then there's no point in paying them. You could churn and burn these types of position groups. So keep an eye out on Jake Ferguson. and keep an eye out on the Dalton Schultz situation. If Dalton Schultz signs a franchise tag, he's not coming back next year. I firmly believe that. If Dalton Schultz gets his bag, now you're looking at a 1-2 punch with Schultz and Ferguson for the next 4 years. So, with all that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.